Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. It's your girl, Letitia Campbell. I'm sorry. Every time I go live, I love to look at that speaker's reel. I mean, that just, y'all don't understand. Like, I have been everywhere. I have to say, out of all the ups and downs, the ins and outs of entrepreneurship, I have to say that I am blessed that I have traveled the world. I have so many awesome clients. Like, I don't mean to get emotional. Like, y'all don't really see me out here in this internet space so much because I really do a lot of stuff in the back end with my clients. And when I sat back and I was thinking about earlier this year in 2022, when I was writing down my vision for this year, this current year that we're in, right? I was like, where do I want to spend the most of my time on? And, you know, the answer was with my clients, with the people who I help with their back end machine of their businesses. So come on in, everybody. Hello, Cool Gamer on YouTube. Thank you for hopping on. Hello, Therese. How are you doing, sis? How are you? Always listen, y'all. Therese is my right and my left hand of my brand. Okay. So I want to first huge disclaimer, guys. My voice is kind of sounding weird, so I've been drinking some ginger tea. Shout out to my girl LaDavia. Hope she hops on here. I have been watching her. What's the name of her show? Community B. I think that's her show. But she's amazing. She's like really getting me more into drinking a lot of teas. Now, I still want to drink my coffee. Hello, shout out to my coffee lovers. Everyone on here who is a coffee lover, latte, cappuccino, bulletproof coffee, you name it. Give me some hands up in the chat because I was like, I'm not going to stop drinking my coffee now, but I'll incorporate some tea. So shout out to her for that. So as I mentioned before, I just love watching that speaker's reel because it just, now that we're jumping into 2023 very soon, I already have my travel calendar already set up. I haven't announced anything yet. Okay. Anything that's going to be announced is going to be announced to my clients first. But because often than not, I don't have any spots once once I announce it to my clients. So hello guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the number one way to organize your email list in 2023. Because I get this question asked all the time. I actually get a lot of questions asked all the time. You guys are always going to hear me say, I get this question asked all the time. How to organize my email list, right? So what I'm going to explain to you guys tonight is something that I wish I implemented early on when I started to grow my email list. So those of you who just hopped on, if you don't know who I am, my name is Letitia Campbell. I'm a mother of 5 amazing children ranging from 15 to 2 years old. Yes, they're very young, they're babies. I'm a wife of 20 plus years. I left my corporate job back in August of 2017. Been a full-time entrepreneur for over 5 years and never looked back, honey. I'm also your CEO and founder of the Camel Success Network and your number one email marketing strategist. I help you secure the bag through email marketing. Okay. So as I mentioned before, I get this question asked all the time, how to organize your email list, how to keep your email list fresh, up to date, segmented, and what have you. And the number one way to do that is that you got to tag. Okay. I get it. There's tons of videos out there on YouTube or whatever. And there's a lot of people out there who talk about email marketing, but they probably send out one newsletter a week or one newsletter a month, or when they are sending copy, it don't make no sense. Okay, just a lot of mumble jumble, right? But tagging is important. Like, I thrive off of tagging my email list. Okay. And I'm going to jump into some reasons why tagging is so important. I actually did a training. When was it? When did I did the tagging training, Therese? Therese, if you could look up the date, I recently did a training inside of my Emailpreneur Tribe. I'm going to drop the link right there. I recently did a training inside of my Emailpreneur Tribe where I talked about how to master tagging, and I actually showed my clients step by step on how to actually apply this to their business. Because everything I teach within my membership, I actually am sharing my screen. I'm actually showing. I get a lot of coaches out there. They just talk and do a slideshow presentation. That's not really training. Okay, can we talk about that for a second? I'm not trying to be messy or mean, but in this new era that we in, y'all, you need somebody. If you can hire somebody, if you cannot hire a team, then you need to hire somebody to show you exactly how to do things step by step. Okay. Because, and that's one thing that somebody mentioned on their live the other day. They say, yeah, so many people join programs and they don't do nothing with it. Maybe you're the problem, right? Are you teaching in a step by step way? Are you talking your way through your sessions? And then when you get the same repetitive questions coming up in your sessions, you got to think, well, are you conveying the message correctly? So, yeah. So, like I said, Teresa, if you could look at the day I did the tagging training, that'd be awesome. And those of you, once you get inside my Emailpreneur Tribe, you're going to get access to all my trainings, including the tagging training, which is in reference to this live now. So let's jump into some reasons why tagging is so important. Okay, and why, whether you are just getting started growing your email list, or you have been growing your email list for a long time and you're looking back and you're like, I don't even know where everybody came from. I don't know what everyone's needs are, and so forth and so on. So something that I did very recently, and one of my clients, Natanya, she's probably going to hop on here in just a second. We just did this for her email list, where we sent out an annual poll. And basically what that is that you could be tagging your email subscribers all year long for years. And that's great. But sometimes you want to make sure you're hitting the bullseye correctly. So sending out those emails where you're not making an offer, you're not really sharing any information, you're just telling your subscribers, hey, I want to make sure that I'm giving you and sending you the correct information, right? So can you do me a favor and just complete this quick poll? And it's a poll that can be easily embedded in your copy. You do not have to do a Google form for it or any type of survey or quiz form. You can actually embed this right into your copy. So when they open the email, they see it and they're able to make their selection. So that's quite cool because you're going to really start to make sure it's everybody where they would need to be, right? So before I give you an example of what tagging looks like, I want to explain some reasons why tagging is so important. So when you're tagging your email list, right, your email subscribers, you're reducing unsubscribers, right? You're reducing the amount of people that are going to unsubscribe from your email list. Now, granted, there are going to be people that are going to unsubscribe from your email list, right? Sometimes you're going to get other marketers in your funnel or adding themselves to your email list. Sometimes you're going to get people who are just super cold. They're like, listen, maybe they're not ready to make a move. So never be afraid if somebody's going to unsubscribe from your list. But when you are tagging your email subscribers correctly, it reduces your unsubscription rate dramatically because you're sending out content that people want to see and open. So another reason why tagging is so important is it reduces complaints, right? It reduces those people saying, well, I didn't want this information. I joined your email list for this and I'm getting this content, right? So it really reduces those complaints. It reduces those miscommunication, right? So it's very important that you tag. Another thing is you're going to be able to better understand your subscribers, right? So it's like you got to look at your email marketing. You got to look at your email list like a funnel, right? So let's say let me use an example. I like coffee, right? So let's say you're a company that makes coffee for your customers, right? So obviously, if you're somebody like Starbucks, your main demographic is coffee lovers, right? That's your out of all the branding colors and the style design and all that stuff, you are already going to say, well, my target audience is people who love coffee, right? But when you really think of it, that's at the top of your funnel, coffee lovers. And when you narrow it down, you're getting coffee lovers who like latte. That's one tag. Coffee lovers who like iced coffee. That's another tag. There's people that I know who don't like iced coffee. Every time I say, yeah, I'm drinking iced coffee, like, oh my God, I hate iced coffee. They just like hot coffee. So that's another tag. So it's like you are literally like piping. I wouldn't even say it's like a funnel. It's more of like a up and down, like triangle in a sense, because you're not really merging people down. You're really trying to put people in categories. So it's more of like you're going to the supermarket, and you guys know supermarket sells food. But if you went to the supermarket right now and they had the meat with the fruits and the um, cereal with the soup and it had everything all over the place, you will walk out. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm not. And plus, the supermarket will be even more busier if if it was that way. Wouldn't y'all agree? So, sorry. So when you're tagging your email subscribers, right, you're sort of creating files. Like I'm from corporate. Most of you guys who watch me, y'all came from the corporate world, right? And we think of our we have to think of our list as like a filing cabinet. So let's say if you were to want to do an event in New York, you should already have a list tagged of people who live in New York. So when you're sending out emails to your entire list, but you're only including the people who are tagged for New York. Hey, Chanel, how are you doing, sis? Happy to have you on here. Hey. Yes, you're only going to send the email out to people who are tagged under the New York category. All right. So does everybody understand that so far? Let me know. So you're going to better understand your email subscribers. Okay. You're going to increase your click-through rate because now your content is going to be geared towards their needs now. So you already know their wants, right? So when you tag, now you're sending out content that's geared towards their needs. What did she say? See, I didn't know you were going live. Yeah, honestly, I just came on live. Like, I'm trying to break out of this cold that I was having and my allergy. Have any of y'all ever have a cold and allergies at the same time? It just really sucks. But honestly, just keep on moving, y'all. And I know that's not always a good thing. Let's have a real conversation real quick. I have 5 kids, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I always put them over me, right? I always put my kids over me. I'm gonna give y'all an example. So last Thursday, we went to the dentist. And now how it works, whenever I'm always the one scheduling the doctor's appointments, right? So when I'm scheduling doctor's appointments and I'm including the kids, the doctor cannot always see all of my children, including my husband and I at the same time, because that's 7 people. So we always have to split it up. So it was half of us that went last week to the dentist, and then the other half is going this week, right? So I'm in a dentist, they looking at my teeth. They're telling me, girl, I'm not even gonna say girl like a bad thing, because I'm getting some work done on my mouth, so I'm excited about it. Okay, so my doctor's telling me, yeah, we can do an Invisalign, and this tooth in the front, like on this side, y'all, I want him which side, this side, I want him to like make this side straighter and all this stuff. So I'm excited. I love my dentist, y'all. He's amazing, right? Center for Smiles, y'all gotta go there if you live in Queens, New York. But then it got to my kids, right? So I go into the office, we talk about the insurance and, and the deductibles and stuff like that. So the minute they showed me my daughter's x-ray, because my daughter, she's 12, she still has one of her baby teeth is still in, but her replacement tooth is trying to come in. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but her replacement tooth is trying to come in, but her baby tooth, one of her baby tooth in her back, of her mouth, hasn't came out yet. So it's just like sitting there, and the x-ray is showing like the new tooth is trying to it's like the new tooth is like, girl, like get out. You know what I'm saying? But they have to do surgery on her. So the minute they told me that, I was like, all right, let me make an appointment. Let's do this. So then the doctor was like, okay, we're going to get you your daughter, but let's handle you first. I was like, scratch me. I could worry about my mouth another time, another year. I don't care. Let's focus on my baby. Let me focus on my baby girl. That's my first daughter. I got 3 girls, 2 boys. My oldest daughter, that's my girl. I gotta make sure her stuff is right. So I always do that. I always put, so I got sick and like I could be sick and still show up, y'all. And y'all, those of y'all who are my clients, like Chanel, like Therese, y'all know me. Like I just still show up. I may have my moments where I lay down and, rest and stuff, but even today I tried to take a nap before I came on here, right? And I sat in my bed and I would look up and I was like, let me get up. I got work to do. Let me get up. I can't. That's just how my body is. That's how my brain works, y'all. Yes. Oh, let me see what y'all saying. Dimebag, how are you? Yes. Make sure y'all following Dimebag, guys. He is awesome. Dimebag on YouTube. How you doing? Yeah, you get me, right, Chanel? Chanel, I know you would get me. Yeah, like number 2. Yes, yes. Dimebag said I had 10 baby teeth pulled on the same. Oh my God. I had 10 baby teeth pulled on the same day to make room for my adult teeth. Oh my gosh. Well, she has one but baby tooth that's just not trying to come. All her baby teeth has already been out except for that one tooth in the back. So she got to get it removed because it's literally shifting all of her other teeth. So I want to make sure my kids' teeth are right. Okay. Because my parents wasn't doing that when I was growing up. And I had a huge fear of the dentist. Like I didn't start going to the dentist regularly until I was pregnant with my 5th child. That was in 2020. And I had to go while I was pregnant because this tooth here was hurting me so bad. I had a really, really bad toothache. I couldn't go to sleep. And when you're pregnant and I think I was like maybe 6 months pregnant, I had to get my OBGYN to approve the surgery and stuff. Baby. And when the doctor said, listen, we got to get this taken out because the poison can go into your breast milk. Because y'all know I'm a huge advocate of breastfeeding. I breastfed all my children. I was like, no. She got to go. She got to go. She ain't got to go home, but she got to get up out of here. So the tooth had to go. But yeah, I don't want my kids to have a fear of the dentist like I did. You know what I mean? So, I let them go, you know what I'm saying? They're very calm. That's what I'm saying. Taking them while they're young is way better. Cause I was, oof. Yes. Right. You had a fear too, Chanel, right? I had a huge fear of going to the dentist. I did, girl. I mean, I had a huge fear of going to all my appointments, the OBGYN. I remember I didn't go to OBGYN, y'all, until I was pregnant with my 1st child. Yes. Yes. I did not go to, and I remember going on that table, when they put your legs up and they, when you're pregnant, when you're early on, they have to stick the thing in you, right? Because the baby's so small, they can't do the monitoring on the stomach. And they put that damn thing, they took it out and it was like this long tube. I know it's TMI, y'all, but I was like, I don't want to do this. And the nurse said, girl, it's too late for that. I'm sorry, y'all. She said, girl, it's too late for that. I was like, ma'am, miss ma'am, miss nurse, time out. Because I've never been to OBGYN, never had nobody look down there, look in there, move anything around until I got pregnant. And I was like, oh God, this is what this experience is. She was like, miss, she was putting the cream on the, on the lubricant on the, thing there. She was ready to go. I was like, well, hold on. Let's count to 3. Yo, I cracked myself up. All right. Chanel said, hold on, y'all. Let me cough for a second. Sorry, I had to do one of those breaking down coughs. All right. Chanel said, I breastfed both my boys. No fear taking the babies to the dentist. Awesome. We go on time every time as a family. Yes, we do. I think that's awesome when you go as a family. And they love it. That's money for them. They love when they got we walk in like, hey, Campbell's. Listen, doctors and pediatricians love me. Okay. Because all the children I have, honey, that is Monte. All right. They don't mind taking us. As long as we got insurance, we're good. All right, so let's talk about another reason why tagging is so important. You're going to increase your conversion rate because guess what? You are categorizing your list, you're organizing your list, right? You're sending out content that is specific to your tagging, to you organizing. So if you have one list looking for a certain thing, you're going to send those people that. You have another list that their needs is something else, you're going to send them content based on their needs. So now your conversion rate goes up, right? Because the reason why it's so important for you to tag, because a lot of people misconceive what you do sometimes, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. I just sent a poll out to my email list and asking some specific questions. And somebody replied back to me. She said, Letitia, I didn't know you do done for you services. I was like, yeah, we do done for you services. So I didn't know that. I want to book a call with you. Let's go on a conversation. Because I have a large portion of my list don't want to do their own email campaigns. They'd rather have my team do it all for them. They'd rather have my team write their copy, create their email campaigns, schedule their email campaigns, organize their email list, like do every single thing for them when it comes to email marketing. See, but if you don't send out that information, getting yourself to categorize your list, you know, people are not going to really know what other things you do. Chanel, you cracking up at me since I'm just listening, y'all. Y'all know I share my stories and my experiences because, you know, I'm just real. I'm like, listen, no shame. I'm pretty many of y'all have went through that, right? And if you didn't, I just gave you a good laugh. All right, so improve overall deliverability. Right, that's another good reason why tagging is so important. And you're going to improve. You're going to be proving. Now we're going to be improving our relationships with our subscribers. Right now we're going to be improving our relationships with our subscribers. Yes, live. It's total live, right? So I want to ask you guys a quick question. How many of you are tagging your email subscribers right now? And if you're not, what are some of the challenges you're having trying to do it? So if you're going to start tagging today, let's say you already have an email list, and listen, y'all, you don't need a large list. I left my full-time corporate job and I only had about under 500 people on my email list. Yeah. Right. You don't need, especially in this day and age, you don't need, it's all about the right offer, right? It's all about the right offer and finding the right people on your email list. Okay. But with that being said, if you're just getting started with tagging, you currently have an email list, no matter how big or small, one of the quickest ways to get kicked off with that is to send out a poll to your list, right? Send out a poll to your list. Like if you are like, for example, let's say you're a coffee shop, you sell coffee, you'll send out a poll to your list saying, hey, do you like iced coffee? Do you like iced lattes, cold lattes? Do you like espressos? Right? What type of flavors you like? Do you like hazelnut? Do you like, you know, make a poll based on that. And from there, you can start to tag people, right? If you're a course creator, real simple. If you're offering if you're a value ladder or ascension model, people call them different things, is based on your services. You know, you could say, hey, do you need somebody to hold your hand to help you to get to this destination? Select this. Can you do it all by yourself with just some simple videos, right? You're a self-starter, then click this. If you're a person that needs everything done for you because you have a busy life, you have a lot going on, you got all these children running around pulling your hair, messing up the house, and you need a team behind you to help you with all this, click on this, you know? Right. Yeah. Right, Chanel. Yeah, reach out to me, Chanel. You're in the membership, love. Reach out, reach out, reach out. So that's always the best place to get started is you getting out there and asking questions. That's one thing that's awesome about email marketing is that you don't have to assume. You just ask, what help do you need? How can I help you? How can I better service you? What are, you know, select which of these needs apply to you, right? That's the best way to go. Absolutely the best way to go. So listen, everybody, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I hope I simplified and summarized this whole tagging conversation and question. And many of you guys, I know you got to tag your email list in 2023. You just have to, especially starting now. So consider some different categories that you can start to tag people in. And once you start to grow your list, you're going to start to really organize it effectively. And for those of you who are not in my Emailpreneur Tribe, head on over to emailpreneurtribe.com. This is probably the last week that you can get in at the price that it is right now. So make sure you join. And I will see you guys on the next show. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Hi, I'm Artavia Denise, your Flab to Fab Mama. I help busy and postpartum moms transform from baby flab to mama fab by helping them regain their mental and physical pre-pregnancy body with my knowledge and experience through pregnancy weight gain and weight loss. And my mission is to help you all become beautiful, sexy, and confident in your own skin. And Letitia had helped me with direction in my business, and she has made me feel completely confident. She's helped me get out of my own self-thinking. Before, I used to feel like I couldn't do this. There's no way. I didn't believe in my own dream, and she's given me hope, and she's given me structure, and she's gave me great direction and leadership. And I am just totally confident, and I'm ready to rock this.
Bye, guys.